Hello, and welcome to Relaxing Facts. I'm Chad Kay, and today I will be talking about the importance of cats in ancient Egypt. Each week, I share interesting stories and little-known facts on a variety of topics, accompanied by gentle, soothing music. My goal is to help you find a sense of calm during your busy day. Feel free to settle into a cozy spot and let yourself be carried away by these relaxing facts. Few animals have inspired as much fascination throughout human history as the cat. Independent yet affectionate, graceful yet deadly, cats have always seemed slightly mysterious. Today, they are among the world's most popular pets, but thousands of years ago, in ancient Egypt, cats occupied an even more remarkable position. They were admired, protected, and closely connected to religion and spirituality. To the ancient Egyptians, cats were far more than ordinary animals. They represented protection, balance, fertility, and divine power. Their influence became so strong that cats eventually came to be associated with worship itself, making ancient Egypt one of the most famous cat-loving civilizations in history. The connection between Egyptians and cats began in a practical way. Ancient Egyptian civilization depended heavily on agriculture. Each year, the Nile River flooded its banks, leaving behind rich soil that allowed farmers to grow large amounts of grain. These grain supplies were essential for survival, but they also attracted mice and rats. Rodents could quickly destroy food stores and spread disease. Venomous snakes were another constant danger in villages and farming areas. Wildcats living near human settlements naturally hunted these pests. Egyptians soon realized that cats were valuable allies. By controlling rodents and snakes, cats protected both food supplies and human lives. Over time, people began welcoming cats into their homes and communities. Unlike some domesticated animals, cats were never completely controlled by humans. Instead, their relationship developed gradually and naturally. Cats benefited from easy access to prey, while humans benefited from the cat's hunting abilities. As centuries passed, admiration for cats grew into something much deeper. Ancient Egyptian religion was closely tied to nature, and Egyptians often connected animals with spiritual ideas and divine forces. Certain animals symbolized particular qualities. Falcons represented the sky and kingship. Crocodiles symbolized strength and danger, and scarab beetles represented rebirth. Cats came to symbolize protection, grace, fertility, and motherhood. One reason cats impressed the Egyptians so strongly was their behavior. Cats could appear calm and elegant one moment, then suddenly become fierce hunters the next. Mother cats were especially admired for the way they defended their kittens. Egyptians saw in cats a balance between gentleness and power. This combination made them seem almost supernatural. The most important religious figure connected to cats was the goddess Bastet. In earlier periods of Egyptian history, Bastet was often shown as a lioness, representing fierce protection and military power. Over time, however, her image changed. She became associated more closely with domestic cats and was usually depicted as either a cat or a woman with the head of a cat. As her image softened, Bastet became known as a goddess of the home, fertility, childbirth, music, celebration, and protection. For ordinary Egyptians, Bastet was a comforting and protective figure. Families prayed to her for safety and health. Women sought her protection during pregnancy and childbirth. People believed that she defended homes from evil spirits and misfortune. Because cats were linked to Bastet, they were treated with extraordinary respect. Temples dedicated to Bastet became important religious centers throughout Egypt. The most famous temple stood in the city of Bubastis in the Nile Delta. Every year, large festivals were held there in Bastet's honor. Ancient writers describe crowds traveling by boat along the Nile to attend celebrations filled with music, dancing, feasting, and religious ceremonies. These festivals were among the most popular in Egypt and demonstrated how beloved Bastet had become. Cats living in temples were often considered sacred animals. Priests and caretakers fed and protected them carefully. Some cats wore decorative jewelry or collars. Worshippers brought offerings to the temples, including statues of cats and gifts intended to honor Bastet and seek her favor. Respect for cats extended well beyond temples and religious ceremonies. In daily life, cats were beloved household companions. Ancient Egyptian paintings and carvings frequently show cats sitting beneath chairs, following family members, or accompanying hunters in marshes. These images suggest that cats were deeply woven into ordinary life. The death of a cat could bring genuine grief to a household. Ancient accounts claim that family members sometimes shaved their eyebrows as a sign of mourning when the cat died. Whether every family followed this custom is uncertain, but it is clear that cats were deeply valued. Harming a cat, even accidentally, could lead to severe punishment. Many cats were buried with special care after death. Some were mummified in the same way as humans. Archaeologists have discovered enormous cemeteries containing thousands of cat mummies throughout Egypt. Some of these cats were likely cherished pets buried by their owners. Others were raised specifically to be offered at temples as sacred gifts to Bastet. Animal mummification was an important religious practice in ancient Egypt. Egyptians believed that preserving the body helped maintain spiritual connections after death. Offering a mummified cat to a temple was considered an act of devotion. The practice may seem unusual today, but for ancient Egyptians, it reflected a sincere belief in the close relationship between the natural and spiritual worlds. Cats also appeared in Egyptian myths and stories. One important myth described the sun god Ra taking the form of a giant cat in order to battle Apophis, a monstrous serpent representing chaos and darkness. By defeating the serpent, the cat helped preserve order and protect the world. This story strengthened the idea that cats were guardians against danger and disorder. The Egyptian devotion to cats became famous far beyond Egypt itself. Ancient writers told stories about foreign enemies taking advantage of Egyptian respect for cats during battles. One famous account claims that Persian soldiers carried cats during warfare because they knew that Egyptian soldiers would hesitate to risk harming the animal. Historians debate whether the story is completely true, but it demonstrates how widely known Egypt's reverence for cats has become. Despite the common phrase that Egyptians worshipped cats, the reality was somewhat more complex. Egyptians did not usually believe that every individual cat was literally a god. Instead, cats were seen as sacred animals connected to divine forces, especially a Bastet. They represented qualities that Egyptians admired and feared: protection, motherhood, independence, beauty, and hidden strength. Over time, Egypt underwent enormous political and cultural changes. Foreign rulers such as the Greeks and Romans brought new customs and beliefs. Ancient Egyptian religion gradually declined, and many temples eventually closed. Worship of Bastet faded, and cats slowly lost their sacred status. Yet the Egyptian admiration for cats left a lasting impact on the world. Domestic cats spread far beyond Egypt through trade and travel. Sailors brought cats aboard ships to control rats, and farmers valued them for protecting crops. Eventually, cats became common companions across Europe, Asia, and other regions. In later centuries, however, attitudes towards cats sometimes changed dramatically. During parts of the Middle Ages in Europe, some people associated cats with witchcraft and superstition. This fear stood in sharp contrast to the respect that cats had once received in Egypt. Today, cats continue to hold a unique place in human culture. Millions of people admire them for the same reasons the Egyptians once did. Cats remain grateful, intelligent, and slightly mysterious animals. They often seem independent, choosing when to seek affection and when to disappear into quiet solitude. Even now, many people describe cats as almost magical in their behavior. Modern archaeology has helped deepen our understanding of Egypt's relationship with cats. Tomb paintings, statues, inscriptions, and cat mummies provide evidence of how important these animals truly were. Some discoveries reveal the emotional bonds between humans and their pets, while others show the enormous religious systems built around these sacred animals. This blending of the ordinary and the sacred help explain why cats became such powerful symbols in Egyptian culture. The Egyptians saw something extraordinary in these animals. In the eyes of a cat, they believed that they could glimpse something connected to the gods themselves. And that brings us to the end of this week's talk. If you enjoyed this episode of Relaxing Facts, then please consider subscribing. Also, please leave a comment and let us know how we're doing. I hope you have a fantastic day, whether you're taking a moment to unwind or simply just enjoying some calming listening. Thank you very much for being here. My name is Chad K, and I will see you next time. Bye.